Now for the chip morning ritual. Hey Tom.
Hey Chip, breaking news. Showcase is in 2 hours.
This just in, I'm running late.
What a shocking development. In other news, the Trio 4 is now out of commission, so you'll have to make this journey. By foot.
Oh.
We'll be right back after these messages. Don't go away. He better be here. Hello and welcome. Damn it. Hello and welcome. Yeah, that's the one. We're cooking with fire now, baby. We've got this. When you're clear, he'll be here. Look, he's a professional. He's got this. Yeah. Say hi to Kyle and the kids for me. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on.
I came here as fast as I could.
You always do this.
I made it on time, didn't I?
This is like the Oscars all over again.
You were late for the Globes?
Look, Chip, we didn't get voted most popular daytime TV show for women between the ages of 50 and 55 by being late.
But you...
And you call yourself Christian's godfather.
4. I was like that bastard circumcision.
Yeah, I know, you wanted to bring the skin home. And hello and welcome to the UL Drama Society Showcase Awards, and we are so happy to have you. I'm Tom Arrow.
And I'm Chip Sandburgers, and for the next 2 hours we'll showcase some of UL Drama Society's best talent.
And there'll be some acts involved here as well. So without further ado, let's introduce our first act of the evening. Hope you enjoy.
One we've seen so far.
Yes, it was great, but you know, with all this excitement going on, I didn't even get the chance to go to the bathroom. Which brings us to the first sponsor of the night, Urine.
Hey you. Yeah, you. Do you drink liquids? Then you might need to urinate. Everyone's gonna do it, so why not get some help from the urine company? Come on! Come on, do it! Come on! You got this! You got this! Come on! So, call our number and be in the chance of winning a 6-month subscription. Absolutely free. If you're in luck, that is. I'm not sure. You could just say that this competition is taking the piss. So what are you waiting for?
The Urine Company is regulated by the Central Bank of Ireland for conduct and business rules. Subscription rates going for 4% APR over a 12-month period. Warning, if you do not keep up your payments, you may lose your home. Each sold separately. Batteries not included.
And we're back, and now time for our next act.
Hugh, what are you doing? We are getting into our Ghetto Spirit. You know, we're doing a few rap tracks. Like that's what all the cool kids love. You know, we're gonna show what we can do. Know what I mean? You know, we're all getting ready. I think you know we look intimidating. You know, I'm very hard right now. You're a hard man, aren't we? Yeah, I'm also very hard. We're very hard. Okay.
What are you wearing,
all right, ladies? No, don't look down. Don't look down. You know, we're all good. We're all good. I think we can do this. You know, ladies, watch out. Mothers, lock up your daughters. Fathers, lock up your sons. No. Okay, we got this. We got this. We're ready.
State your name, cuz.
Huey, in it.
And what will we be doing this evening?
Repping. Bloody repping. That's it. Let's go. 3, 2, 1. You got confessions, try say they're better than me. Tell that page shut up. Mention my name in your tweets. I'll get a
Notification.
better than me? Shut up. Best in red raisins. Tell that page. That page called me an aggravating twat. Online I replied, no need for that. They said,
Oh, your face is fat.
I got mad and left the chat. I'm in that 6-bedroom flat. Parks and Rec has got Chris Pratt. Was 6ix9ine really a rat? Is Biden even Democrat? That page called me a backup dancer and said to the page I'm a backup dancer. If that makes me a backup dancer, on the dance floor, big romancer. Check your bum.
Prostate cancer.
Doing a crossword, I've got the answer. 3 across, a phrase that means be quiet.
Shut up.
My army comes everywhere I go. I can't run my enemy's show. I've got a bad knee, don't you know? Every Sunday.
Psycho.
Physio.
Physio.
He's got it. He's got it. I shaved my beard. Now I look 3. I'm sure the rest of you agree. So I got a fake ID, and that said that I wasn't free. I went to town in Costies, met a girl, she's Japanese. I flirted and I asked her, please. Then she kicked me in the knees. That really didn't go to plan. And now I couldn't even dance. So I went and talked to Flan. He is such a lovely man. But what happened to the world last year? Everything is so unclear. What's this pandemic I hear? Isn't Corona just a beer? But so much has changed with Drama Sock. We're all online, so what the fuck? But at least we still have a solid rock. Here's another play by Clocks. It's mad that we're not rehearsing. It's mad that we thought we could sing. That's sarcasm.
Channel big.
Hey, is 426 even still a thing? But look at Bez, he's such a gent. Now that's something that I really meant. You've really set a precedent. Hey, when will you be the president? Sorry man. I love you. I love you.
Next thing.
What's the next line? We know what we're doing.
Yeah.
Repping comes, repping. 3, 2, 1. We've had our ups and downs, and we missed the times we could go to town. But our world has fallen upside down, but now we're doing radio. We held out. So fair play to all in Drama Sock. You've really knocked it out the park. And that line rhymes with Ellen Park.
I miss Paul and Ellen Parks.
Shout out, you know. Shout out, 0161. But we're the best, we're so cocky. Me and Bez got walkie-talkies. He likes Rambo.
He likes Rocky.
Fire and red raisins? Nah, it's just foggy. Can't be better than us, cuz. Fuck you, L Confessions, for saying that we're aggravating twats. They're all a bunch of GA wankers anyway.
Where are you going?
If that doesn't win Best Showcase, I don't know what will.
I think you're right there, Chip. But you know, we just want to take this time to consider the impact this year has had, especially on UL Drama Society.
I will remember you. Will you remember me? Don't let your life pass you by.
And we're back. And we have had 2 plays this semester. Our short act written by Sophia DiBattista.
Of course, we also had our full act play, The Crossroads, written and directed by Connor Collison. Sorry, Cian's doing the cue cards for tonight. But he is doing a great job as POR. Damn it, Cian!
Anyway, time for our next act.
You just want cruelty to beget cruelty. You're not superior to the people who are cruel to you. You're just a whole bunch of new cruel people. A whole bunch of cruel people being cruel to some other people who end up being cruel to you. The only way anyone can live in peace is if they're prepared to forgive. Why don't you break the cycle?
Why should we?
What is it that you actually want?
War.
Ah. And when this war is over, when you have the homeland free from humans, what do you think it's going to be like? Do you know? Have you thought about it? Have you given it any consideration? Because you're very close to getting what you want. What's it going to be like? Paint me a picture, please. Are you going to live in houses? Do you want people to go to work? Will there be holidays? Oh, will you have music? Do you want people to play violins? Who will make the violins? Well, oh, you don't actually know, do you? Because just like every other tantruming child in history, Bonnie, you don't actually know what you want. So, let me ask you a question about this brave new world of yours. When you've killed all the bad guys, and you finally have gotten it exactly the way you want, what are you going to do with the people like you? The troublemakers. How are you going to protect your glorious revolution from the next one?
We'll win.
Oh, will you? Well, maybe. Maybe you will win. But nobody wins for long. The wheel just keeps on turning. So come on. Break the cycle.
Why are you still talking?
Because I'm trying to get you to see. And I think I'm almost there.
I see, Doctor. A box. A box with everything I need. A 50% chance.
For us too.
And we're out. Fingers on buzzers. Are you feeling lucky? Are you ready to play the game? Who's gonna be quickest? Who's gonna be luckiest?
This is not a game!
No, it's not a game, sweetheart, and I mean that most sincerely.
Why are you doing this?
Yes, I'd quite like to know that too. You set this up,
Because
why?
it's not a game, Kate. This is a scale model of war. Every war ever fought, right here, right in front of you. Because it's always the same. When you fire that first shot, no matter how right you feel, you have no idea who's going to die. You don't know whose children are going to scream and burn. How many hearts will be broken? How many lives shattered? How much blood will spill until everybody does what they were always going to have to do from the very beginning. Sit down and talk. Listen to me. Just listen. I just want you to think. Do you know what thinking is? It's just a fancy word for changing your mind.
I will not change my mind.
Then you will die stupid. Alternatively, you could step away from that box. You could walk right out that door, and you could stand your revolution down.
Oh, I'm not stopping this, Doctor. I started it. I will not stop it. You think they'll let me go after what I've done?
You're all the same, you screaming kids. You know that? Look at me. I am unforgivable. Well, here's the unforeseeable thing. I forgive you. After all you've done, I forgive you.
You don't understand.
I don't understand. Are you kidding me? Of course I understand. I mean, do you call this a war? This funny little thing? This is not a war. I fought in a bigger war than you will ever know. I did worse things than you could ever imagine. And when I close my eyes, I hear more screams than anyone could ever be able to count. Do you know what I do with that pain? Shall I tell you where you put it? You hold it tight till it burns your hand. You say this: no one will ever have to live like this. No one will ever have to feel this pain. Not on my watch.
Showcase. I don't know what will.
Yes, well done to all. And you know, none of this would be possible without the role that our sponsors play. So ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back after these messages. Don't go away.
Alright, dear. Yes. Have fun with your mother. Yes, I'll have the dinner on. I'll see you in a few hours. Coconut and shea butter lotion, lavender and rosewater lotion. Lavender might be nice.
Durex, for alone time of a higher caliber.
Not be too hasty now, Chip.
I agree, Tom. What are your opinions on the act so far?
You know, I gotta say, it's been truly outstanding. The talent displayed is truly overwhelming, and I cannot wait for the continuation of the show.
Well, let's not waste any time. On to our next act.
Thou, nature, art my goddess. To thy law my services are bound. Wherefore should I stand in the plague of custom, and permit the curiosity of nations to deprive me? For though I am some 12 or 14 moonshines like of a brother, why bastard? Wherefore base? When my dimensions are as well compact, my mind as generous, and my shape as true, as Aoife Madden's issue, why brand they us with base? With baseness, bastardry, base. Base? Who, in the lusty self of nature, take more composition and fierce quality than doth within a dull, stale, tired bed, go to the creating a whole tribe of fops, between asleep and wake? Well then, legitimate Edgar, I must have your lands. Our father's love is to the bastard Edmund as to the legitimate. Fine words, legitimate. Well, my legitimate brother, if this letter speed and my invention thrive, Edmund the base shall top the legitimate. I grow, I prosper. Now, gods, stand up for bastards. You think that mask hides anything? That it hides those scornful glares you pretend not to give? If someone so obsessed with secrecy, you truly are a failure. You look at yourself and see a savior, a stalwart guard standing over this country, willing to go any lengths to protect it. But protect it from what? That's the irony. The very thing you were most terrified of was a sword you sharpened yourself. Every attempt you make to hide it just sharpens that blade more. Or how far are you willing to go? You prepare a public execution
And for anyone spinning some lie about them being terrorists just because they hold the slightest chance of unraveling your masquerade, and yet you say I go too far. Are you arrogant enough to genuinely believe it will never be revealed? Your fetish with legacy, the sheer lengths it's ordained your actions, is simply extraordinary, if not pitiful. It mightn't be in our lifetime or our children's, but one day it will be revealed. And then we'll see how history views you. How many people have been sacrificed? How many generations have you given away to death, raised for the slaughter? Necessary, you say. Ends justify the means. Not a philosophy I disagree with, to be honest. But it begs the question, what is your end? To keep it hidden? It's a waste of time. I'm sure you're going to prattle on about how much you've sacrificed, how much you've endured, and I believe you. It's not everyone that could send thousands off to fight and die. How many people have you consoled over their lost loved ones? How many grievers have you told their services will never be forgotten? That their lives haven't been lost in vain? It's easy to argue your ends justify the means when you're not risking anything when you're so high up. And I wonder, once the truth has gotten out, will those people you consoled be so accepting, knowing you sent them marching off to saintly deaths? I know what you think will silence me. You want to know if I'm going to stay and rebuild what I'm going to tear down. And you can't simply destroy 1,000 years worth of history. It implies I view this country as worth saving. I'm no fool. It's not going to be peaceful. I know what is to come. Riots, fire, blood will fill the streets. White will be stained forever crimson. And I can't wait. Let the fires of anger engulf the lies, burning everything to dust. Flood the streets red with blood, the blood they were already soaked with. Something built on lives does not deserve to be rebuilt. And while you stare, as your whole life falls apart, I and everyone who came before me shall laugh. I win.
And now it's time for double cheeseburgers.
Oh, thanks, guys. Thanks. That's not needed. And this is the segment of the show where we give a double cheers with a side of thanks to someone whose work in society goes underappreciated and unnoticed. And this year it goes to Sophia DiBattista for writing The Ugly Ducklings and editing and directing. So Sophia, I know you're a big fan of the show and you're watching at home. So thanks.
Yeah, I agree. She did some good stuff, which can be said for the next act. So enjoy.
Yes, it's a podcast. Brady and I have been doing it for 2 years. Are you a fan?
Oh God, no.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm Brody, if you didn't know.
Yeah, I know already. I am Alexi, but you know that already.
Yeah.
He's a man of few words, but he's just such a man nonetheless.
Wow, that was deep.
That was badass, Alexi, man. Just keep talking.
How about no?
You're so cool.
Oh, he really is, isn't he?
Brady, are you joking?
I can't deny that accent. I barely even talked to the guy before now, but I don't want to stop.
Alex,
no, I've told you before, my name is Alexi.
Oh, yeah, sorry about that, Alexi. Tell them the story about the duck. Go on, tell them. Guys, it's one of the funniest stories you'll ever hear, trust me.
Oh, yeah? The duck, yeah.
If he's not gonna tell it, then I will. Right, so the other day we're sitting at the park, right? And Alexi, he sees this duck, and him and the duck, they just catch eyes, and they're just staring at each other, and they get into like this intense staring contest for like at least 3 minutes, and out of the corner of his eye, he sees a little fat kid.
Reese, when?
No, like last week.
No, when does it get funny?
I don't know. Like, I'm just telling the story. So anyway, he out of the peripheral of his vision, he sees this little fat kid, and he's running around having a good time, and then he looks back at the duck, and he gives this duck just kind of a nod towards the fat kid, and then the duck starts quacking and flapping its wings and runs towards the fat kid and starts chasing him. And this kid, he tries to run away, and he just falls over and lands straight on his ass. Oh, it was so funny. I was looking at Alexi after us. I was like, this man, he must be some sort of animal whisperer or something.
I like ducks.
They like you too, apparently.
There's a duck right there on the table. Look.
Oh.
Liz, are you looking at the mic?
No, it's right next to it. Use your eyes. Look.
There's no duck anywhere in here.
So fucking hard.
If you're going to keep disrupting, wait, tripping.
Shit, yeah. I might have forgot to mention that we watched a few shrooms before coming here.
What? You're on drugs in my studio.
That sounds fun as hell. Like, dude, that's so cool. That's so awesome. Life is
That's fucking, it's class crack. It gets disgusting though, where he starts like vomiting straight away.
Hey, I have a weak stomach.
He's like a little baby.
He's a fragile boy.
It's the IPS, lads. Come on.
IBS.
All right. We're done here. Can we please have the room to ourselves so we can start our show?
Oh, okay. Well, what were you planning on talking about?
I don't know, Liz. We riff off each other after the intro and we take it from there.
It's kind of our thing, you know. We've just been doing it like that for years. Just as long as we can remember, just whip it out there without consequence.
But now I've no idea what we can do, considering the fact that you four are still crowding up our space.
Make it about us, so.
What?
Talk about how you had four drugged up lunatics in your studio, just ruining and disrupting everything.
That's not a bad idea. We could do that. What about that?
Are you sure that won't sound a bit sketchy?
What do you mean by that? How is it sketchy?
Look, I just don't think
we didn't do anything to you, all right? We're having fun, so what's the harm in that? It's a good story, but maybe that stick is so far up your ass that you can't have more people involved with this stuff. Let me ask you something, Brody. Have you had a guest, a friend, even your mom or something on your podcast at all?
No, but I really don't see how that's
You
true.
really like keeping it between the two B's.
You know, I think it's a good title, you know? BB Banks. It's catchy, it's fun.
It's cheesy and predictable. Why do you think I don't listen to it?
Liz was right. Brody is a bitch.
Don't say that out loud, man.
Really?
We're all bitches, technically speaking, in our own way, if you were born.
Are you just going to stand for this disrespect?
It's not aimed at Brady. It's all for you, hun.
Oh, no. No, I'm not putting up with this.
Oh, Brody, come on.
Oops.
Okay, so anyway, look, hey friend, you want some shroom?
Fuck it, yeah, alright.
Hey.
I'd bring the bucket with you, just in case.
No, are you sure you want to, Brady? Like, you don't have to if you're not in the mood, especially after that.
I don't know when she'll be back, even if she ever will come back. So. And she did bring her bag with her, so like that could be a sign of no return. And if she does come back, she might have been cooled down by then, but have a level head and we can talk it out. But until then, you know, it's good time for vacay. Why not?
I don't know what will. Hey Tom, are you alright?
Yeah, it did. Just a cough. You know, I actually didn't add about it.
Oh.
Claire, roll the clip.
Hey man, you alright?
Sometimes a cough is just a cough. Benson and Hedges. And now for something you really like.
Lighting systems online? What a pile of junk. It's safe.
Safe is a very generous word for the Star Streamer. It looks not to have been alive in quite some time.
Did the captain look like he'd seen action in recent times to you?
Perhaps not, but his words were promising, and I've not been offered so many credits in my life for something so simple as manning a small vessel.
And what? You believe everything he said? About the maps, the destination?
Shouldn't I have, Faceless Person?
You do realize I have a face, don't you? Or is me explaining these things going to become a trend? It's just a mask.
I see. Or rather, I don't, as you have explained. Why is it you wear this mask?
Is this just something you do? Play 20 questions with the first person you meet on a new job?
I have to ask 20 questions. This is too much.
Yep, maybe you should quit while you're ahead.
That was rude to say. I cannot see your face, though I believe it exists. I have a body, and to assume that I am just a head, as you say.
I think it's time we both stop talking.
I cannot sit like this. I must know when Capitaine will join us.
I'm sorry, who?
Capitaine, the man who assigned us to this vessel. I shared a beverage with him, and he offered me many, many credits. Then he introduced me to you, and told us to wait aboard his Star Streamer. His name is a very common one among humans, I have noticed this.
Do you mean the captain?
Capitaine, as you say.
Oh, fuck. His name is Max Muller. Captain is just his title. How do you not know this?
These capitaines, would there be much to learn from them, would you say?
I guess so. Why? What did you say your name was again?
Nath Kiomboa of the Hanshari, servant of the sprites of the moon.
You're telling me, Nat, that you've worked on enough ships to know where the first mate sits, as well as how to operate terminals, but you didn't know what a captain was?
This is funny, I can see that. Also funny is that you are the one playing the 30 questions now. What is your given name, funny faceless person?
Jazz. Just Jazz.
Ah, I have heard that some prefer to switch their names around to show formality. My people are strict enough as it is, Jazz Just, so you need not do so with me. I like to maintain a relaxed working relationship with all my crew members.
That is certainly what I'm getting from this conversation. Relaxation, yeah.
This makes me glad. I hope our travels are long and productive, Jazz Just, and that the Capitaine arrives soon.
Captain.
As you say, Capitaine.
Oh, shit.
What is happening?
Well, I think I see our precious Capitaine. Seems he pissed somebody off. Lighting systems offline.
Is this an inopportune...
Yes, whatever it is. Yes, it is inopportune.
I see. Or rather, I don't, because your incantation has blinded me.
Literally, how are you the first mate?
Lighting systems online.
What in the hell?
Oh, Capitaine. It would have been unfortunate if I had struck you down.
Get to your stations, all of you. Kid, I need you to give us some speed. There'll be barrels of fuel by the combustion engines in the back.
Excuse me, Captain? Who is this?
Dewey Cross. Pleasure to meet you.
I don't shake hands.
My apologies. Miss...
Jazz Mapper. Nat, first mate. Welcome Dewey to our crew. He's our mechanic.
Mechanic? Wait,
That's all the time I have for introductions. I suggest you give us that speed I asked for, kid. Then get yourself fastened in. The summoner is back, baby. Nat, get us off this backwater planet.
This is when best showcase.
You know, Chip, it's kind of getting a bit old. Maybe you could try, I don't know, spicing things up a little.
You know what? I think you're right, Tom. Let me try something. They're a shoe-in for best showcase.
That's why he's the best.
No, couldn't have done it without you, Tom.
All right, enough of that. Please enjoy the next act.
This week on Housemate Hell, once again we have a pair of housemates struggling to live together. Let me introduce you to Esmonde and Sophia. Esmonde is a lonely cripple. Sophia is an annoying American. This should be an interesting match.
Yeah, so me and Sophia have been living together for, a few days now. Feels like a few years. But yeah, what can I say about Sophia? Well, she's a woman. She's American. She hasn't mentioned that about 40 times before she entered the room. Yeah, the thing about Sophia is though, you can hear her before you see her often. You know what I mean? And but what I mean by that is that when she and here she is. Yeah, this is great.
Hey. What's up, housemate?
Hey, how are you?
Oh, hey, what are you doing?
I'm good. I was just in the middle of an interview.
Oh, hey, Hugh.
Hey. I'm just telling them how much I love living with you.
Well, yeah, I mean, like, we do have, like, oh my god, the other day we were just, like, listening to the 1975, right?
I hate the 1975.
Their newest album. Class, as you guys said.
Esmonde and Sophia have been living together for 3 days.
What song would I use to describe Sophia? I don't know, there's so much that reminds me of her. Probably American Idiot by Green Day. Emphasis on the idiot.
So a movie to best describe Bez? My left foot, he just hobbles around.
Bez and Sophia have been getting on together quite nicely. However, there is trouble in paradise.
Yeah, like the presidential election. I mean, I will say, since I won, things have been getting a little tense in the House. Just a bit. Nothing crazy or anything. Another female president of drama, and probably, I think, the first international president of drama. And I mean, he can't carry that load. So, the fact that I get to, it's really nice.
The whole president thing is, that's not even like on my mind. Like, it's not as if I've lost like twice now, but like who's counting? I mean, it still kind of perplexes me that people would want a foreigner as UL Dramasov president. But yeah, look, it's the people's choice. And, I'm not saying she'd abuse her power, but I'm just saying that, don't be surprised if, she kind of overtakes every committee meeting with talking for, D&D characters or Apocalypse World's fucking bullshit.
If he was president, I'm not saying he wouldn't do a good job. Bez, he's a great person. But the people, the females, I think they'd be a little uneasy with him as president. Because, I mean, look, if you just pass him by and give a quick glance at him, he will form a crush on you and harbor feelings for ages. Trust me, I know. So, just a word of warning to the females out there. Don't look at him. Don't turn your body in his direction, because he'll get the hots for you and fall head over heels in no time.
I would never abuse power. I would never
I would never like abuse my position as president if I won it. I'd never abuse it to like, you know, convince like the society members to sleep with me or anything. Like that's just not something I would ever do. And now for some closing statements.
So I'm really excited to see what else happens with living with Ben, or Bez, or Besman, Bezzy. You know, he has so many nicknames that I highly doubt that he'd ever catch up to them, you know, because he's disabled.
I don't know, I might grow to like the girl, you know, like, not in that way, obviously, you know, because I don't do that to everyone in my life, right, at all. But yeah, you know, I might grow to like her, you know, if she ever like, you know, gives me some space.
Hey, Beth, are you ready to watch Lord of the Rings?
For the 4th time this week?
Yeah?
Is the extended edition?
Obviously.
Good for best showcase.
You're telling me, Chip. I just wish we had more acts to enjoy tonight. And that's why we want you.
Charlie! Wait, what are you doing in my house?
Never mind about that. Do you like D&D, Costies, and It's All Sunny in Philadelphia?
Yeah.
Well, I've got a place for you.
UL Drama Society. Join now. Ow, 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 ow. Stop pinching me, man.
You know, Chip, I've had so much fun hosting it. I just hope that we have this much fun every Saturday night.
Yeah, why is that, Tom?
Yeah. Well, you'll see. Check it out.
Hey, Tom! Your show will get the primetime spot of 8 p.m. every Saturday night. Don't forget. Are you listening to me, Tom?
Please. I've got this.
Don't forget to tell your little sidekick, too.
You see, it sounds like chips and burgers. Oh, hey Tom, what were you talking to the president of TV about?
I don't know, something about a cake.
Oh, I got it. It's like chips and burgers.
Yeah, whatever. The president of TV needs a rake.
Time to fry up the steak.
Don't worry, outside I have the snake.
What are you doing here?
I got you the cake.
Idiot. I'll go fetch you that rake.
The Tom and Chip Show premieres this Saturday night
at 8 and 7 Central.
Don't miss it.
Unfortunately, time is almost up here. But I've got to say, I've had such a good time tonight.
That's right, Tom. If only we could do this again at the Drama Awards. But anyway, I'm getting a word from Claire. My God, it's the president of the White House. On campus. He's a serious case of fake business. Tom, I'll be right back.
Well, I guess for all of you at home, enjoy this next act.
By lonely prison wall, I heard a young girl calling. Michael, they have taken you away, for you stole Trevelyan's corn, so the young might see the morn. It's so lonely round the fields of Athenry. Low lie the fields of Athenry, where once we watched the small free birds fly. Our love was on the wing, we had dreams and songs to sing. Now it's so lonely round the fields of Athenry. By lonely prison wall, I heard a young man calling. Nothing matters, Mary, when you're free. Against the famine and the crown, I rebelled, they cut me down. Now you must raise our child with dignity. Low lie the fields of Athenry, where once we watched the small free birds fly. Our love was on the wing, we had dreams and songs to sing. Now it's so lonely round the fields of Athenry. By lonely harbour wall, she watched the lost star falling as the ship sailed out against the sky. For she'd live and hope and pray for her love in Botany Bay. It's so lonely round the fields of Athenry. Low lie the fields of Athenry, where once we watched the small free birds fly. Our love was on the wing, we had dreams and songs to sing. It's so lonely round the fields of Athenry. It's so lonely round the fields of Athenry.
Don't worry, folks, everything's taken care of. Back to you in the studio, Tom.
Thanks, Chip. I'm getting word we're going to have to speed things up, so on to the next act.
This is a song about when your friend tells you a story. And it's not very interesting, but you have to pretend that it is, or they might cry. And that song is called Damn Man, That's Crazy. I remember when I lost my mind. I can barely stand the sight of your face. Just stand so close when you're talking. Give me some space. And when you saw a bear in Clare camping, that was a nice touch. And it wasn't because it was a straight up lie. Man, I swear I nearly died. Damn man, that's crazy. Oh man, that's crazy. No way, that's crazy. Seriously. And I know that you were having the time of your life. That was great when you were 8. Come on now, what did you get up to? Ha 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 ha, no way. And that all happened in one day. Damn man, that's crazy. Oh man, that's crazy. No way, that's crazy. Seriously. And I wish I had the heart to tell you that was really late. But all I remember is thinking you wouldn't be the same. Ever since you went little, got that half-price bun. And you talked about that one a ton. Ignore my sigh when you're done. Damn man, that's crazy. Oh man, that's crazy. No way, that's crazy. Seriously. Oh man, that's crazy. Seriously. No way.
Beautiful. Lovely. There you go now.
They're a shoo-in for Best Showcase.
Unfortunately, that was the last one of the evening.
Aww.
And now on to Tom's 2 cents.
You know, we've seen a lot of acts tonight. We've also seen a lot of ads. Namely urine, brought to you by Bodily Functions. But you know, besides that, there's also another trick I've just found out. This little bad boy here is called water. Scientists say it is good for you. So, drink up. This one's on me. And that was my 2 cents.
Now on a more serious note, we just wanted to say thank you to everyone who sent in videos for this showcase. Couldn't be possible without you. And we wanted to say thanks for ending this showcase and this semester on a high.
I've been Tom.
And I've been Chip. Stay classy, folks.